Hi YouTube, it's Trudy here, just coming in because I had a really good email question come in from a YouTube user, and instead of typing back my response, I thought I'd do a video response because this topic is discussed a lot amongst us in our support groups, and that is, do we have any regrets following the surgery, any concerns with malabsorption? Here, I'll just read you the little snippets here. It is worried about complications from malabsorption and anemia, and if I had any advice. Do I regret my decision to have this operation? In one word, do I regret it? No, not even a little bit, because this is the way I look at it. Any complications that I have later on due to malabsorption or anemia, that can be dealt with. And I'm hoping by me following all the rules as far as supplements and dietary things go, hopefully I can curb some of those things. However, before I had this surgery, I was pre-diabetic. My blood pressure was 145/95, so I was going to require blood pressure medication. I had sleep apnea really badly. My knees hurt, my hips hurt. I couldn't walk more than maybe 2 blocks without becoming uncomfortable. My quality of life before this surgery was awful. And I was doomed for a life of diabetes, high blood pressure, probably high cholesterol, heart disease more likely, because high blood pressure and heart disease runs in my family, as well as high blood pressure and diabetes. So I just sort of look at it, I'm trading in a set of really, really serious problems for things that are a little more manageable. Now, I have been very lucky. I haven't had any issues so far. I do know that there are some people out there who have had a lot of issues, but I would say to anybody to make sure to minimize the risk of having serious complications after surgery, that you go to all your post-op appointments, get all your post-op blood work done, take your vitamins, which I have not been doing. I'll get into that in a minute. Do everything you're supposed to do. Get into a routine, and that will sort of minimize any chances that you have of complications later. Yes, I have heard of some people with anemia, and they have to get some, what are they called, iron infusions or something, I think. But again, I would trade that any day for a life of diabetes and high blood pressure and immobility. I've got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old who are trying to live their lives, and and they live their life by, playing soccer and flying kites and tobogganing, and they want to try all of these new things, and I couldn't do it with them. My body would not let me do it with them. Even to sit on the floor, like for Christmas we had, all these things, tracks and things to play with, trains and things. Last Christmas, even to just sit on the floor and play with those toys with them was so uncomfortable. My legs would end up falling asleep and get all the pins and needles, and then to try to get up off the floor, talk about humiliating, trying to roll a 359-pound ass up off the floor. I don't regret it. I don't. So my advice to anybody would be research this. Research all of the surgery options. I mean, in Canada, in Ontario, they pay for us for the RNY surgery. But there are 3 other surgeries that you should really investigate. There's the DS, the duodenal switch, the gastric sleeve, and the lap band. I'm not endorsing any of these. I am not saying you should get any of these. All I'm saying is research them. Find out the pros and cons of all the surgeries, the pros and cons of all of them. Honestly, I would the lap band right away. There's some serious complications there. The duodenal switch, you're more likely would have to go to Quebec to get that with Dr. Gagne and get that. You'd have to pay for that yourself. But there's the RNY and the VSG that have been covered under OHIP in Ontario. Go wash your face. Go look in the mirror. Hold on, I have to show you my kid. Come here. Can you see your face, how blue it is?
No.
Go upstairs. He just ate these candies and he looks like a Smurf. His face is all blue. And strangely enough, the younger one is fine. The older one eats like a pig. I have no idea.
Do I have things on my face?
No, you don't have things on your face. Vitamins. I'm a bad girl. I really am with the vitamins. I have not been taking my vitamins. So I have got signs up in my kitchen reminding me to take my vitamins. I put up notes on the cupboards so that I'm going to get into a strict routine with my vitamins. I'm going to take my thyroid pill in the morning, a calcium at lunch, a calcium at dinner, and then at bedtime I'm going to take my multi and my B complex. I have to do this because we have to do this. It's going to be a part of our lives. And I let that go. I got out of the routine. I don't know how it happened. And first thing I noticed, I skipped 1 in a day, and then I skipped 2 in a day, and then I'm doubling up in for a couple days, and I'm gonna get right back on track with my vitamins. So do your research. That's all I can say. Research all of the surgeries. If you're not already on obesityhelp.com, I would suggest coming into obesityhelp.com and come on into the Ontario forum, and I'll post a link to that below. And there's a lot of helpful people. Stay off the main board in Obesity Help, just because the main board is mostly U.S. people from the U.S. and they're not familiar with our system here, and it's just, honest to God, it's just a fiasco. Stay off the main board. But come on into the Ontario forum and we'll answer all your questions. Look at your hands. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go clean up this kid because he's gonna get blue stuff all over my walls. So that's me, guys. Any regrets? No. Keep in mind, I'm only 7 months out. I'm still in that sort of honeymoon phase. But I don't think that there's any other way I could have lost 115 pounds in 7 months. And I am so grateful for that. And it's funny because even my husband now is noticing that guys are checking me out.
I'm getting something to drink.
Okay, get something to drink. So yeah, so he's noticing, he'll point out, hey, that guy's looking at you, that guy's staring at you. We were in the car the other day, he's like, do you think the guy in the car next to us could stare at you a little longer? And I was like, haha, I'm cute, what can I do? But yeah. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to come in and talk about regrets a little bit and whether or not I had them, and so far I don't. So hopefully that helps. Anything I can do, guys, if I can answer any questions. It's just good sometimes to get a conversation going about this stuff. So I will talk to you later on my next update on Sunday. Today's Wednesday, and then the kids go back to school Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I have a whole week of freedom before I go back to school, so I'll have a whole week off with no kids, no school. And yes, more pink eye coming through this house soon. I think my little guy's getting pink eye again. Anyway, I'm off. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Mom, I used soap and water on me.